Okay.
Are
We're
we
doing
on?
it.
Are we live?
We're live. Officially. Let's
What
start
an
now.
honor, dude. What an honor.
First thing I want to talk about. This is like the official first podcast. I want to talk about why I'm doing a podcast
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. So, in the videos, I said it in the vlog as well that will come out. I do like to yap a lot, but I want to keep the videos nice and short and like movies, you know? I want to go back and watch them and enjoy them. But I need some place to yap. I need some place to vent. So this is going to be it.
The vent spot.
And this will be really good for competitions, like long form, just going through, watching or like reacting to a competition and chatting about it and whatnot. So that's that. And as far as a name for the podcast,
Is this just going to go on your Lewis Thompson, yeah?
yeah, this is just going to go on the main YouTube for now. I mean, there's no point in starting other channels at the moment.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, escaping mediocrity.
No, because that makes everyone sound like they're mediocre. I mean, escaping,
Because the point
trying
is
something.
like,
You should make it sound more like trying something new as opposed to escaping this like everyone's mediocrity.
no, it's just
It's kind of like,
yeah.
I reckon something more like I'm getting like
It's like people aspiring to do something
aspiring.
that's more than the norm, you know? Like,
I know what you're trying to go for,
Yeah.
but like escaping mediocrity sounds very.
that's definitely hits for me. But if I was having other people on, I can see that. I can see that. Or like an unstill or something.
Unstill.
Mm,
What they call it, unstill.
yeah. That nearly hits for me, but not quite.
I reckon ChatGPT would be able to cook up some mean ones
Yeah.
if you just went unstill. Escaping mediocrity sounds too much like this. Unstill sounds too much like this. Craft me some beautiful ones.
Okay, well, I don't know what this is called, but I want to have, I want to just do this whenever I want. Just whenever I feel like I have something to talk about, especially after comps and stuff. And it's a good excuse to chat to people.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
different-
Hattie.
Like Hattie, yeah. We had a good chat with Hattie at gym today. But, yeah, different gymnasts around New Zealand especially. Like, I'm actually just curious myself. I want to see what you guys are up to. And, it's like, there's no other way to see that. Like, if there was a podcast out there that was already you guys talking about your routines and what your training's like and all that, that would be sick.
All
but
we have is
there isn't.
Instagram, bro. All we have is Instagram to see what's going around the
Exactly.
country, you know? And
Yeah.
it's not a lot.
No.
Yeah, I'd definitely love to see what the other guys around the country are thinking, feeling.
Yeah, it's just a good excuse. And when you're on a podcast as well, it's like you're there to chat, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a different vibe.
I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I just wanted to do it
I
regardless.
feel like we start with gym because, you know, that's what we are, gymnasts.
Do you have a lineup or is it just free flowing?
For
you
gym,
have
it
a-
was just free for all.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, let's just say what we're doing right now. I'm hoping to...
We're in Wanaka right now to start off.
We're
Both in
Wanaka right now.
Wanaka. Mean gym in Wanaka. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
best
sick.
gym south of Christchurch, which is pretty crazy. Like, very small place, very good gym.
And you
Yeah,
walk
no.
out the front doors and like there's just mountains and
Yeah.
beautiful landscapes. It's
Yeah.
pretty incredible.
Like, I can definitely see Wanaka being a very good, like, creating some very good gymnasts in the future. If Renan made, like, you guys in Invercargill, you know? Like, think about what's going to come out of
The
Wanaka.
possibilities, yeah, for sure.
I feel like when there's a good gym, like, it's pretty inevitable that there'll be some guys, some young guys that'll be like, well, this is pretty cool.
I mean, I'd be happy to train here,
Yeah.
to be honest.
I'm very excited to be coming up and down Wanaka now that I know.
Yeah.
Now that I've got a few connections here and know a few
Yeah.
people here.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. So my first comp is in a month, just over a month here in Wanaka. So this is really why I wanted to come up, was to, you know, test the skills out at the place where I'm gonna have my first comp. And Nico had some other ventures and whatnot.
Yeah, it's
So
for wheels and to train. Yeah, it's been good because I was on holiday from uni break. So I was like, what am I doing in Christchurch? I'm just studying gymming. And so Wanaka gives me that and more. And new locations. So definitely very easy to say yes to. And it's been very good. It's been very good. But being here with you as well, Liz.
Yeah. Do you,
training with new boys, and
You definitely influenced the time frame of when I was coming here.
yeah. Sad Robson couldn't come though,
I
eh?
know you would like if you weren't coming up here, I would have been here like tomorrow probably
Yeah,
because that's when I know he would have come up.
yeah.
But it is what it is. Got Nico with me instead.
Annoying that I can't get all the gym I want to get done.
Yeah,
But
Nico hurt his knee not too
but
long ago, but he's progressing fast.
yeah, yeah.
Progressing fast because he's actually already was booked away for a trip to Aussie
So
with
yeah,
David and the boys.
yeah. That's definitely in the back of my mind when I'm doing stuff. Like
Mm.
that's coming up soon. I need to keep going. But also, I think this one's deep. I think part of the reason why I really didn't want to stop gym was because of what happened with my last knee injury, where I went off and I just kind of gym was my identity and gym was my character and gym was like a lot of, and I was scared to lose that. Like I remember sitting there like 2 minutes after I'd done it, like no way, I'd done it so silly and in such a silly way, and I was like, I think I just fear of like losing that, and like it's part of my identity. And
Just
so many
this
people,
last time you hurt your knee.
yeah,
Yeah.
so many people know that I do like gym, and it's like I can't. I'm scared to lose that, and so I didn't want to stop and then build back up again. I wanted to like stay in the gym. Like a few days later, I was in the gym, and I think it's less about. I don't think it's actually that smart to do it. Like it's very risky, but I'm more scared of like the mental toll it'll have on me. You know.
Mm. Well, I was pretty inspired to be honest. Nico faced or WhatsApped me or whatever, like a week after the injury or something. And the vibes were, I mean, I know I'm sure there was like, heartbreak or whatnot, but like the vibes he shows off is like the mindset he has towards injuries and stuff is always pretty inspiring.
Yeah, I had
I
a.
feel like you do like play down things that actually suck.
I think regardless of whether it sucks or not, if you talk about it like it sucks, then you're gonna only convince yourself that it sucks, and then you're gonna like suck yourself down. Like regardless of it does suck, I think it's better to like accept it and then like I don't know,
Yeah.
be positive about it. Right? I talked to Davey about it, and I thought about it. I remember being in the ER, going like, I could play this. I could play this two ways. I think with my other knee injury, I think a lot of this is a repeat. I see a repeat of my other knee injury, and I see how like last time I had my knee pains, I went down this way, and I don't want to go down that way again. I want to do it differently. Like it took me really long, and
Yeah.
I think when I did my last knee injury, I made that part of my identity. Like, oh yeah, look, I got this knee injury, and I don't want to play it like that this time. I want to get back as soon as possible and not let it be like a big part of. Don't want to let it creep in.
Yeah.
I want to stay. In the
Stay
flow,
moving.
in the flow state that I was in. I feel like the last few months have been really good,
Yeah.
and very scared to lose that.
Yeah. No, you're doing some big gym recently, like big high bar dismounts,
Yeah, the catch
Like-
was
taking off a bunch of element groups and for like senior and all that sort of thing.
yeah. It's, I'm happy. I was very happy, and I still am happy as to how it's tracking. Yeah.
It's a little bump in the road. But anyway, he's already been booked to Aussie, so you're still going, eh?
Yeah, still
Yeah.
going to Aussie. I've got my MRI. Well, I've had my MRI, but I'm going to see the doctor on tomorrow, and they're going to tell me if I need surgery. But I feel like, talking to ChatGPT, ChatGPT has made it sound like I
Dr.
won't need
GPT.
it, but it's
Yeah.
very biased towards what you put in, so we'll have to see.
Fingers crossed. By the time this comes out,
Yeah, we'll
we'll
know.
already know. Which is crazy.
When will this come out? Is this going to be like a...
I'm gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna
Because,
probably.
I mean, you
finish
don't
the
need to do
vlog
much
first.
editing for it, right?
Yeah,
It's ready.
it kind of is different because when I chat on the vlogs,
Yeah, you got to like
I
trim.
stop a lot and then
Yeah.
what am I gonna say next? But this is
Yeah.
it just goes, which is a lot different. But I'm not even really comfortable like vlogging yet, so new ventures everywhere, which is fun.
I keep going like, I'm like talking to you, and then I'm like, shit, there's a camera there, and they're getting filmed right now. But
It's a very obvious
I
camera
think the
as
more
well.
I get in this situation, the more chill I'll be. You know,
Yeah.
the more, and I think it's good for me to get into these types of situations.
Mm.
So
I find myself getting really comfortable, like way more than I thought I would, like in front of the camera,
yeah,
and like even right now, like even the first video that I uploaded, just running through the week,
yeah,
was just like as soon as I turned on the camera, it's probably like a good 10 goes of like, hey guys, like today, like it was yeah, just cringing at myself and like probably by week 5 or 6, I did this one video where like on the other videos I would like have a little bit of a shave and like make sure I'm looking all good. But I did one video where I was just like gravelly voice, like just woke up.
yeah.
And I was just like, I'll just send it. Doesn't really matter. And yeah, that's probably it.
And and
And
and whatnot.
so
Lewis, what's up with your gym life?
gym's been good. Gym's been good. I'm at a point in my gym career where it's time to do senior,
Yeah,
which it should have been years ago. It just never seems to formulate as I want it to.
right.
But especially with the 8 skills instead of 10, that's motivated me a lot this year. It just seems way easier to put together decent routines without needing those couple extra skills. And I'm just approaching this a lot differently this year. Like I've got massive plans for, as every gymnast does, for like years down the
Yeah,
line. But I'm just trying to be as realistic as possible onto like what skills I can do and will achieve or can achieve by like this comp, that comp, whatever. And that's helped a lot. Is just having like milestones every comp, like every
yeah,
achievable milestones. I think is the big thing. And then obviously reevaluating all the time and whatnot.
yeah.
But it's probably been
Stint.
the best good
When
four
did
or
that
five
start?
months to be honest.
Did that start when the first vlog came out? Or?
Nah, I reckon since probably nationals to be honest.
Nationals, that was more than 4 months ago, wasn't it? We're 4 months into this year. That would have been
Yeah,
like
good
10
10
months.
months. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's
So
just
no level 9 then? No level 9 with Nico?
nah, bro. I mean, if I fail as a senior, then you might see me with you. But
So you're on senior all around, not senior for a few apps.
yeah, I'll do it all around. I've got I enjoy all the apps and I've got plans for all of them, which is cool, except for rings. But I literally have one goal for this year, which is just to get a straight punch. And I mean, this is me being like realistic. Like my routine right now is kip out, straight planche, come back down, dis slow, and then a back 1.5 as a dismount.
Yeah,
But if I can get straight planche solid, and then just like start to work like some swings and stuff,
I reckon
it's like
front double pike, definitely. Like,
yeah. But
that'd be very unique. I'd love to see it.
yeah, I would much rather do a double pike than a back 1.5. But when you look at it, it's like point 0.2 higher.
Yeah, but then you got a handstand which can lead to a giant. But
Yeah, well, I'll definitely be pushing for some type of swing to handstand because obviously there's a point 0.3 deduction if you don't. But first step is straight planche, and then I'll start working on some swings. But nah, rings is my least favorite by far.
yeah,
Everything else has been fun though. We got a new vault at gym, so definitely gonna rip some twists into the pit. Hopefully by nets I want a cuz full to be honest. I'm throwing that out there.
what
And
have you been competing previously?
cuz half's been the highest one, but it's never been like super clean, super
Yeah,
straight. Um, yeah, floor's going alright, pommel's going alright. Yeah, no, gym's good. Gym's good. I'm really excited for comp season. I think it'll be really really fun this year. Looking forward to it.
I haven't competed in so long.
Yeah, I know.
Feels
I always
like
miss Nico at the comps.
I go through 2 years off,
Yeah,
2 years off when you're on.
it's sad because
I
if you see this
wonder.
guy train like on a tumble track or something, like he'll just whip out the most beautiful like Japanese style twists and all these cool tricks, but no one gets to appreciate them. So
Yeah, I
I would
wonder
love
how
that
it'll
one day.
look at a comp. Like, I wonder how it will be when I get to a comp because I haven't had the practice that, like,
Mm,
of being at a comp. Like, being at a comp in itself is different to training.
yeah,
And
I think you'll be fine.
yeah, it might take me a few comps to get into it. But
Yeah, The world needs to see Nico out there, though. They need to appreciate the Nico flips,
Yeah,
and they will one day.
this year. This year, Ketchiv. Yeah, I'm really excited about my Ketchiv. Keep talking about my Ketchiv. Yeah, Ketchiv was a move that I wasn't thinking would be where it is at now,
Hmm.
and it feels like the first big skill.
Hmm.
You know,
Like,
like
out of all your gymnastics.
out of all my gymnastics, it feels like
Which
the
is
first.
funny because it's definitely not like the most highly rated.
Yeah, it's just like release and catch, and it's like that's the skill you see the seniors do, and it
Mm.
can lead to more. Yeah, definitely. Like the first, I feel like I'm making my way by doing a Ketchiv.
I feel like there's skills like that where you can appreciate them way more, and it's
Yeah.
not dependent on their difficulty value.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Like just they're very impressive to watch compared to
Mm.
you do a I don't know like a quass compared to a Ketchiv. They
Mm.
look similar or they're the same value, but
Yeah, yeah.
one's much more impressive.
One's more special, yeah. For me, that's probably my favourite skill in gymnastics is triple twist on floor.
Yeah.
And that probably ties more into just my. I mean, this is like going too deep, but just to yap about it, like my self worth as a gymnast, and like twisting was really where I found my first
Bit
real
of
leagues
magic.
into gymnastics.
Yeah.
It's like, because my gymnastics was pretty, very below average for a long time, and twisting was probably the first thing that broke me through. Like the
Mhm.
day that I did, like I was getting hyped for like a month or two, and the day that I did round off flick back full twist, that was like, ever since then that was what has just
I triggered it.
pushed me for like the past 7 years,
Yeah.
and then landing my first triple twist with Andrew and Alex and Dunedin,
Yeah, I
that was a
remember
really
seeing
special
that.
moment as well.
You either got to post that. You got to do like
A story time type thing.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
or like
But
a then now.
yeah, but that's pretty sick. And I do hope to do triple twist again in the future, which it doesn't really make sense because it'll be down the side on a floor routine,
Mhm.
which is a D, and then
Yeah.
a back double twist is a C. And I can stick back double twists like, I don't know, 70-80% of the time. And there's no way that I'd ever, I'm not saying ever, but there's no way that I'd be sticking triple twist as easy.
Yeah.
And as soon as you take a step, and like obviously the twisting, deviation, whatever, all those deductions. But I want to do it for cool points one day. Cool points activated. Triple twist on the side. Let's go.
What else do you wanna yap about on this podcast list? What other
Um,
plans did you have?
do you want me to like segue
What
it?
was in those notes? Yeah,
I can segue. So carrying on as we were chatting about gym. What else has helped with gym? I put it down to the 8 skills, and this content stuff has been really, really fun. Putting up my first video, like the next week after that, training was like a lot more. What's the word when like someone's like relying on you, or
accountable.
yeah, that's the word.
Accountability.
Like there was a lot more accountability in my training. Like I know I'm gonna put this on YouTube, and whether anyone watches it, it doesn't really matter. But in my mind, I was like, I said I was gonna do this last week,
Mm.
and that definitely pushed a few things when I wouldn't usually have done it.
Yeah.
And plus, I want to also show my own growth throughout this YouTube thing. I don't want to be like sitting down at the end of the week going, oh, like this week was all right. I want to come to the week like, yes, boys, we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's definitely helped a lot. And yeah, the content stuff is fun. Like when I was posting those, that first YouTube video, I wasn't really sure. I don't know what made me post that first YouTube video because I've had plenty of ideas on YouTube videos. Like,
Yeah. Was there like a moment that because I've heard you talk about it for a while.
I do know the moment actually because I've been like looking up. I went in a wee like side hustle route as like I'm sure most people did like on Instagram, whatever you see like drop shipping, this, that. And because I just got a new laptop, it's probably the first part of the story. Is I finally got a laptop and a cool setup at home, so I can do stuff online and whatnot. And yeah, I was looking at all these side hustles, and it's kind of embarrassing. But like, I like made a couple Amazon like PDFs, and like, I was looking at like uploading like shorts and clips and all that sort of thing. But yeah, that stuff. It's just like, if you want to make any money off it or whatever, you gotta grind it. It's not just easy.
Yeah.
and it just wasn't fun.
You found content quite fluid and quite easy to.
Yeah, like it didn't feel like a chore, but as soon as like
Mm,
I made the videos and whatnot, it's actually fun, and I'm not like it doesn't push like I'm not oh, I have to do this and that and like oh it
yeah,
doesn't stress me out and whatnot. And it's like the clip stuff and like the Amazon like selling PDF stuff. It's like not to be like a ethical loser, but it's like it's not scummy, but it's just like it just doesn't feel good, you know? Like you
yeah,
just like chucking stuff out there and hoping people buy it without adding value, you know? It's just like that's not really motivating to keep going, but
yeah.
creating is like so much more enjoyable.
So this correlated to like I want to make money out of this and more like I
Yeah,
want to share.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just to keep answering your question, yeah, I was like, I had this one thing where I wanted to upload shorts of like streamers in different languages. I still think this is a really good idea, like Kaisenet or whatever.
Maybe not say it then, eh? Maybe keep it.
Oh, I'm not doing it. I've tried it, but take it if you want. Give me a cut. But like Kaisenet, like 11 Labs, and like these different AI things, like they can sound really similar to the other person,
But in a different language.
but in a different language. And like, I don't know how many billion people speak English, but
There's a lot of Chinese.
there's a plenty of billion people that don't.
Yeah.
And like, that's a whole market for all these clip channels and whatnot. But yeah, I made a couple, but just not enjoyable. And then once I like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. And then I was like, what am I gonna do now with my spare time that I wanted to do? And then I was like, okay, I'll make the Misha video.
The Misha video.
That's what I call those like running through like those weekly videos.
Misha.
Misha.
Oh right, because Misha does the same thing on his YouTube. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy the Misha videos. And
Has
now here
he-
we are, sitting in front of a massive camera, my cousin's camera, not mine, with a couple of $200 mics and a and a beautiful fire in Wanaka. It's crazy. But content-wise, I see you're uploading some content too,
Yeah.
some little shorts.
Again, there's not really a. I don't know, have like an end goal. It's kind of just like this.
Hmm.
Like I like the direction it takes me, but I don't have like okay, I want to do this. I mean, I guess it'd be good to do brand deals. Well, I know it would be good to do brand deals, and
Hmm.
eventually maybe. But yeah, I just like the direction it takes me, and I like being consistent with it. It's about
Hmm.
like it gives me consistency and a bit of accountability. You know, like I want to keep doing better gymnastics to put on the Instagram.
Nice, nice.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe I haven't thought about long form content or anything.
Mm.
I've just been on my like every certain amount of days I post
Yeah.
and then a story in between.
I love it. It's a start.
Yeah. Nice and systematic.
I wanted to chat about if any New Zealand people are watching, you need to post some content too.
Okay.
And just anyone in general, you are already a pro content creator, right?
I think especially being in the gymnastics space.
If you
sure.
this is not comfortable. If you look at your screen time right now, chances are you're ashamed of yourself, as most of us probably should be. But that means you are consuming content, like that much content every week or whatever. You already know what you like watching. If you get what I'm saying?
Start posting that stuff that you like watching.
Yeah. Like you see the videos, you know the ones that you keep watching, you know the ones that you like keep scrolling past. Like you are already a professional content creator without realizing it. So pick up the camera, shoot me a video, please. We need the content scene in New Zealand. Men's gymnastics in New Zealand, dead. I'm carrying it right now. I'm calling it. Ego through the roof.
Yeah, I definitely like to see more people doing content.
Mm.
I like Rory's stuff.
Yeah, I gotta get him on. I gotta get him on.
I think in the future it'd be good to do like 15-minute boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
See you later. And they just give a little
Yeah,
talk
if-
about everything.
Especially if I was doing other gymnasts, I think I would formulate it
More
where they can send
structured.
clips in as well, and I can play them like if they're talking
Oh,
about
as
routines
they're
and
talking
whatnot.
about them.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I can
yeah,
have like
that'd be good.
graphics of their routines and then videos of their training and whatnot.
Yeah.
as it goes through, it should be a bit more listenable.
Yeah.
But
Who's this for? Who are we making this for? Is this
for
just
me,
for
for
us?
you, this is for us. This is like, I would love one day to pull clips from this if
Right.
we like get a little following or something.
Yeah.
Just being like, this is us sitting in a fire next to a fireplace, like wondering
Rebel
what could
started,
be.
eh?
No, I don't know. It's not for anyone, but
The main reason people don't do it is judgment, fear of judgment,
yeah, that's a good one
and
to
fear
talk
of people thinking like, "Oh, this guy's so cocky. Why this guy's showing off?"
about. I think content is cringe,
Nah,
so get over it.
you don't have to make content cringe. You
No,
can.
you don't. But like the vlog that I made last week, like in the gym, me talking to a camera, the boys are like,
Oh right, yeah,
"Really?"
yeah, yeah.
Like, Lewis is like, "Come on, bro."
But you don't even have to. You can make it as organic as
Yeah,
like you need to. You can make it so easy,
yeah,
and it can be very low effort
yeah,
to start
for sure.
posting stuff.
Yeah. Just yeah, exactly. Like, look at Ian Gunther. Like, that guy is not good in front of the camera at all, and he says it himself.
Yeah,
He says it himself. But he just tells like stories with the captions and whatnot, and
yeah,
that's all you need really. And people like to see a story, whether that's long, like over a long period of time, or those small ones like Ian Gunther, like this routine, I needed this, or
yeah.
I
Like I
invented
feel
this
like
new skill.
I feel like I'm like, why am I doing this? I'm not that interesting. But at the same time, I look at the
Yes,
Wellington
yeah,
boys, I look at the Auckland boys. I'm like, damn, I would really love a podcast
yeah.
where you would go and talk to them. You know,
That's the thing. Like,
you think yourself, okay, I don't have that much value to provide to this.
yeah,
But at
yeah.
the same time,
But at the same time, you find yourself scrolling and like listening to this one person, day 20 of like trying to do
Yeah.
archery or something,
Yeah.
and you're like, why am I watching this? But
Yeah.
it's interesting.
yeah,
And
and they're
like,
just ordinary,
yeah, exactly.
giving it a try.
And anyone doing sports, or to be honest, anyone doing anything they're interested in, hobby or anything,
Yeah,
I think you have a story to tell. And like I find myself watching like, I bring this one up all the time with the boys, but like, I was watching a puzzling world championships the other day and like a Rubik's Cube world record, whatever video. It's like, you can make anything interesting as long as you have like a little bit of a story to it. And it's
Yeah.
like, gymnastics is like, it's way more interesting than like
Yeah.
Rubik's Cube and puzzling. It just takes a little bit of helping the viewer understand things before they can enjoy it.
I had a thought, but it passed. Hate that.
But the only thing you remember is that was a good thought.
Yeah.
Classic.
Where do we want to go? Where do we want to go now?
I kind of I like this interesting and like little bits of stories, and yeah, gymnastics or anyone doing sports or anything, like you've got to easily got stories to tell.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Go
I
on.
think it'll surprise you. Not that like we're pros or anything, right? I've done like 20 posts and I've got 200 followers. But I think it'll surprise you when you start to make anything, or you start to do any type of video. It'll surprise you how many people around you actually support it and go, "Well, there's
Yeah.
a sick vid," or they'll comment on it and it'll make you happy. Like, dude, I didn't realize this many people were like
Yeah.
cool with this, and it makes you motivated to keep going. It makes you like. I think a lot of it is this judgment, and once you get over this, that it's not that bad, and that
Yeah.
most of the people, there's probably about 5 people that you care what their opinion is, and those 5 people will most probably support it, you know, and that's what I found anyway.
I think it's so true, especially in the community we have.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, that motivated me tons. Like when you and everyone like shared my like
Yeah.
cringy like stupid videos, but like, I don't know, you guys saw like that I was trying something
Yeah.
new and you're just supporting it anyway. And here in New Zealand, gymnastics, like, we're small. We don't judge, right, guys?
you talk to the camera yourself.
I only talk to it like when I'm saying something to like different people. It's weird. But we don't judge. I don't judge anyway. In fact, I support anyone trying to make content or something. Go for it, eh?
Yeah, I think as soon as you leave high school, I said this to you last. As soon as you
Yeah.
leave high school, it becomes so much more like you kind of realize, damn, no one really cares.
Mm.
Like you're in high school and you're in the same. I guess you see the same people, same 100 people. Yeah, I don't know. What is it about high school that makes it so much?
It's just your whole life at that point.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah,
I remember like at the year 13 last after party or whatever, I was just like, man, I'm gonna be like, I'm so sad that I'm gonna miss everyone. I'm gonna like catch up with every single person. Like I don't talk to anyone.
yeah,
Like there's a couple good friends that I'll catch up with, but it's like people just move on and it is what it is. And
yeah. You put their opinions so highly, but once you get out of
mm,
high school, it's like, damn, I don't see that guy ever.
mm.
I don't really care about his opinion anymore. Well,
And
I
he
don't
doesn't
really.
care about you either, so it
Yeah,
helps too.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
really one big thing that helped my confidence was at high school. I got to speak in front of the assembly or whatever.
yeah,
Pretty like I don't know, a few hundred people in the audience or whatever. And I remember like I thought I messed up so bad, like stuttering everywhere, just like I am right now. And I just like felt so bad. And then I like talked to someone in the audience after, and they're like, "Oh, I thought it was fine. Like, I didn't even notice."
mm.
And it's like
As well, they're gonna
you're
forget
the
about it
only
tomorrow.
one that cares about you as much as you do.
Yeah,
You know, like no one actually cared. Like if even if you did something funny, unless it was like super embarrassing, but I don't know. People just move on with their own lives. They're not thinking about you. I thought I was gonna go somewhere like really nice and eloquently there, but kind of just fell flat.
dude. Nah, you're spitting facts, bro.
Too many facts. Thank you, thank you.
That's the pressure of the podcast. You gotta like be ready. You gotta be ready.
Hmm.
When you're not ready, it's like,
I
damn,
do have notes. I
I'm
do have
such a bad
notes. What
podcaster.
haven't I talked about? Oh, actually, this content stuff.
Mhm.
It's kind of fun. Like how ideas come to me.
Mhm.
Like, I'm just so content brained now. Like the boys, I'm just like, oh, I can make something out of that. And the boys at gym are like,
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
really? But like even I was on a walk the other day. Was it yesterday?
Oh,
Literally
up the
yesterday.
mountain.
And it was like all cloudy. And just in my mind, as you're just thinking. And I was just like, man, it's cloudy. Like I can't see anything. That's a shame. And then it just turned into, oh, I can make a video about this. And
Yeah.
then like 5-10 minutes later, I was like, I know what I want to film at the top of the
Like when I
mountain.
started making content or started posting, I didn't have any like list of things,
Yeah,
and I wasn't worried about, oh, I'm gonna get to week 10 and run out of ideas.
yeah,
I think, especially with gymnastics, there's so many angles to take it
mhm,
from, so
mhm,
many moves that you're doing,
yeah.
and there's so many things
Just
going
gotta
on
throw
that you
stuff
can.
at the wall right now.
What?
You just gotta throw. This is me at the moment. Just like throw any type of different content
Mm,
and just chuck it up.
yeah.
See what happens. I need your help with. I want to start like a new series. I tried one of it the other day. It's like a behind the scenes type of thing.
Okay.
It's like a big overall story on like Instagram and whatnot. Because I see lots of people will do like day one or whatnot or day in the life of someone,
Yeah.
and I would love to document my journey from like being a content creator with 0 followers or whatever, and to hopefully more. Like what do I call that? Day one, or like what athlete trying to become a content creator? I don't know. I need to find a name for that.
I don't know. I'd let it be more organic.
Yeah, I don't know. Dang, because yeah, day in the life of blah 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 blah. It gets too long. Sounds trash, but I want something to encapsulate like the content creation journey, the gymnastics journey, everything. It's something I've
What's
just
wrong
got
with
to
day in
think
the
about.
life of athlete?
Because it's just like
Because
it's
then,
fine for one, but it doesn't. It's not like an individual story,
right.
And like it doesn't really. It kind of shows progress, but not really. Like even just day in the life of athlete, like I don't know what you'd call it, but if you're like more specifically documenting your journey to, I mean, like that CPT Lukey guy,
Nah, no clue.
he's like day in the life of self-taught gymnast trying to become an Olympian. Have you not seen his clips?
Nah, never.
He's like, to be honest, when I first saw his clips, I was like, really, bro? Like you're aiming for the Olympic champion, but
Oh, maybe I have seen him. And
yeah,
his gymnastics is like,
subpar.
yeah,
But like, yeah, I remember first watching that, like, really, bro? But now he's got like a bit of a following, and I see his clips more and often, and it's just like, oh, he's just doing his thing. Like, it's not as cringe as I thought it was. And he's actually getting pretty strong and whatnot, which is cool. But he's got a journey that people can follow,
yeah.
like an overall journey. And he's got like a self-taught gymnast that tells people what he is, becomes Olympian. you know,
So something like that. is
instead
what
of
you
down the
want.
life of athlete. And then, you know, people get more invested.
When are you gonna start it?
I'll do a day in the life next time at work.
Oh, like the whole day.
Yeah.
I guess that's what day in the life is.
Because
But
it's like, that's like a normal day, you know? I think it shows the hustle as well, because I'm like, wake up, do a bit of like rehab or whatever,
yeah, I'm not
go
at
to
that
work,
stage yet.
go to
I don't
gym.
know how I'd feel about whole day. I think gymnastics is
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
because I don't think I look at my stuff and go I want to be a content creator.
Mm.
I'm trying to make it as organic as possible and as
Yeah.
like the least big leap forward. Because I feel like if I take a big leap forward and start, for example, posting every day,
Yeah.
then it's very easy to go 3 months without posting,
Yeah.
like I have in the past. So I think making it systematic for me is what is gonna work. But
It's kind of funny you say that, because this is kind of organically turned into this.
what
Like
this
with what
podcast?
what you're saying at the start with like, why did you first post that vid?
Yeah,
Like when I first posted that vid, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. I'm just gonna do the weekly videos. And then I remember actually hanging out with you, and you're like, why don't you just like turn it into like a weekly short as well? And just
did I
like,
say that?
yeah, when I was in Christchurch last, because yeah, you're like, you might as well
Oh,
just
maybe.
condense this down.
Yeah,
And then when I did that first one, I've already had like a backlog of like ideas and like long term things that would be really cool for not just me, but literally the gymnastics community at large, if played right. And then like after I posted that first one, then I was like, oh, I can keep going. Like it kind of was organically like that. It just kind of like if you told me before I posted that first vid like a week before, I would probably be like, oh, I'm probably just gonna keep doing the same thing I'm doing.
yeah.
But it just keeps going, and now we're sitting, as we said earlier, with like 2 mics and whatnot. I'm poor, guys. I'm poor.
All right. Well, that's probably the end of the valuable stuff for the podcast. But an aside, this is a bell rope, barberry powder that you could be taking, putting in your smoothies. You can use UC5 to get $5 off when you check out and get your packet of a bell rope. You know, it'll support acne, and it's a superfood, and you can support a cool student-run business. So get your mum to buy your packet. Now for the rest of this pod, me and Lewis are really tossing up whether we should put this in. I've ended up making it as raw as possible, and I've left every bit in.
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna make sure this is recording.
Is there gonna be cuts in this?
I don't know.
Is it
I'm
gonna
gonna
be a
like
long-
unrecord and record, just because I feel like it goes off. I reckon mostly uncut.
It's
That was a good half hour right there, though.
Was it?
Yeah.
I feel
What's on your mind? Take me on a journey.
I feel like I want to be more real. I feel like
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like I'm too focused on this camera right now,
Bro,
and
it's not there.
I'm thinking I gotta say something here and I gotta say something here. I guess I'll get better at this, but
It's all good. It's my podcast, not yours. You don't have to get good at it.
But I reckon in the future we could have condensed this to 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I listened to the Property
That's a
Academy
quick chat.
podcast, and
That's a quick chat.
they're like,
If I was with maybe like a quick catch up, but if I was with another gymnast, like I want to go deep into like their routines. Oh, why are you doing this? And like, oh,
Yeah.
how's it going and whatnot.
yeah. I guess I'm thinking more like how many views. I'm thinking more about viewership as opposed to conversation.
That's not. This pod is like. This pod ain't for the views, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can clip things from it and whatnot, but I just want to do
It's
a
hard
pod.
not to when there's a camera there. Like I want to just think of this as a conversation, but I'm also like, oh snap.
Stop talking about it then.
So.
But the classic but dude.
Whew.
Um,
But at what point does it become like we're just like stop, yeah, stop, and then there's more stop. Like if you want, we can go into routines and stuff.
nah.
But and that would make more. But I feel like we gotta get something important or valuable to talk about. Like if it was routines, okay, and we could talk about that.
I don't mind about being too valuable. Like, this is just like the first pod, like a little yap.
Because otherwise, I kind of feel like I've got to say something, and there's nothing to say. Like,
Right. I don't know.
these guys are going through our brainstorming process
Exactly.
of
This is what's
the
important.
trials and tribulations. You know, we're going back and forth over.
I need
do
your help
we
actually.
do we post? What do we cut? What do we not?
Nothing.
Maybe just leave it all in.
We're not cutting
Maybe just
anything.
leave it all in.
We're not.
You know, I mean, it's gonna get like 3 views.
Exactly. So who cares?
Well, when you think about it like that, it's much nicer to think. You know, when you think about, oh my gosh, it's gonna be Wellington guys are gonna see this. Oh my god, what are they gonna think? But yeah, nah, 3 views. We can chillax.
Bro, I feel like you're thinking about this way too much.
Mate.
This is actually a good point. Like when I have other people on the podcast, how can I make them feel
I think maybe have
comfortable.
things to talk about.
Yeah, have a bit of a journey.
Take it somewhere.
I need your help.
The other
though.
ones that I've been on were more like that.
Yeah, they're very structured. Like
Well, yeah, one was really structured.
Yeah.
And the other one not so much, but
still went places.
yeah.
I reckon that'll do it.
Yeah. Ciao. Thanks,
Thanks, bud.
Lewis.
Hope you've enjoyed. If you want to get on here, message me. I want to hear about your gymnastics and whatnot.